The definition of extinct means no living species remaining or no longer in existence. Many living species have come and gone from our world due to the changes in the environment and due to the changes that we as humans have inflicted. Regardless of what has happened, there is one thing that can't be changed when looking back at these species, and that is the fact that they were once a living and breathing organism. What's up, Pokemon fans? Mega Teddy Ursa here, and today we have a brand new series on this channel called Extinct Pokemon. And I know what you're thinking. How could these Pokemon be extinct if they never were in a Pokemon game? Well, many of these Pokemon weren't in the beta versions of the original games, some of which were even released to the public. So at one point in time, their data did exist, making them a now depleted species. Now, before we get into this video, I want to give a warm welcome to my dude who is helping me with this series. If you like any type of Pokemon walkthrough or challenge videos, this is the guy for you. How you doing, TrippyTrainer?
Yo, I'm doing good, my man. Thank you again for having me here. In case you guys don't know who I am, my name is TrippyTrainer, and I also make Pokemon content here on YouTube. And I'm honestly super excited to deep dive into this Extinct Pokemon series with my boy Mega Ted. Also, in case you guys haven't already, be sure to smash that like button and show that support. But let's hop right into this thing.
In 1997, 2 years before the release of Pokemon Gold and Pokemon Silver, a demo of these games were showcased at a Nintendo trade show called Space World. The demos contained an array of gameplay and features that were sadly never released to the public in the final versions of Gold and Silver. Probably the most noticeable difference was an outstanding amount of unknown Pokemon, who were eventually cut from the final release of these games. Fortunately enough, in 2018, an outstanding 20 years from the showcase, the god Arceus gifted us the ROM file for the 1997 Pokemon Gold and Silver beta. Millions of fans got to see these cute Pokemon firsthand, which leads me to our first extinct Pokemon, Gong. Now, to break this ice right now, I want to clear something up. I bet you guys are probably like, Mega Ted, out of all the badass Pokemon unreleased, why did you decide to start this series with Gong? Well guys, let me answer that question without words. Do you see the resemblance? Alright, it's not that close, but it's close enough. Now, officially there is no written document saying why this Pokemon was cut from the final game, but looking at him next to my favorite Pokemon, it seems there may have been some similarities that could have only been given to one. You know who I'm talking about. Now, as we take a closer look at Gong, we start to see a better idea at what type of Pokemon he is. It's no surprise that this Teddy Ursa head ripoff is meant to be a fighting type Pokemon. On either hand, you can see boxing gloves, and its head altogether seems to be a skull of a Teddy Ursa as a helmet. For no reason except pleasure, I went ahead and took the liberty of giving a sneak peek of what he would look like without that helmet. Yeah. Either way though, taking a step back, I do gotta give this design a solid 8 out of 10. And to be honest, I wouldn't mind rocking one of these guys in a battle. He might have put a new spin on things. What do you guys think? I would love to hear if you guys would have liked Gong in the Pokédex. Because there were so many unreleased Pokemon, many of them were actually swapped out for Pokemon we now know and love. I'm gonna pass the mic over to TrippyTrainer because he has more info on the Pokemon who took Gong's place.
Gong is one crazy cool mon. Now, obviously, he didn't make the final cut, but the mon that did make the final cut is one that we all know pretty well, Tyrogue, the de-evolution of 3 separate Pokemon, Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, and Hitmontop. Now, I always thought that was really cool having so many different choices, but when I started deep diving into Tyrogue, I learned that he actually drew inspiration from something else, something very similar to Gong. Now, in the origin of Tyrogue, it says that he drew inspiration, especially in the most recent of artworks, from wrestlers. That being said, Gong representing a wrestler? What a fitting name. Gong? I mean, that's the start of a wrestling match itself. That's the universal sound of the beginning of a wrestling match. Now, I bring that point up because if you take a look at Gong's headgear, you'll notice it looks like a modern day wrestler's helmet. I thought that was so freaking cool how they incorporated that into that Pokemon, and he didn't even make the final cut. So I thought that was super, super interesting. Now, with that being said, what if he did make the final cut? What type of Pokemon would he be? I personally think if he was in today's modern Pokemon games, he would have the Reckless ability, and if you know what the Reckless ability is, the Reckless ability basically prevents recoil damage, which is really interesting to think about, especially considering that he's supposed to personify a wrestler. You know, you're always throwing yourself around out there on the mat, so you're going to get hurt eventually. But with that being said, I think his moveset, and I think it would be strictly this moveset, I don't really think he would learn a whole lot of moves, but here's what I think he would actually learn. The move Bide, the move Tackle, the move Endure, and finally, the move Submission. Yep, the move Submission. I know it's a pretty OP move, but it just makes so much sense. But that's just my opinion. Let us know in the comments. What do you think Gong could learn? I think it'd be really cool to see some other people's opinions.
For real, guys, please give us what your opinion is, because, like Trippy said, these are only our opinions, but they are the tightest we could possibly get to what could have been this Pokemon's real abilities and movesets. And by the way, bringing that Reckless ability to the table really made sense, because if you look at Tyrogue's Pokedex as well, it does say that he's always willing to battle no matter what the circumstances are. I think it would be a perfect fit for even Tyrogue. Like always, Pokemon fans, thank you for watching, and I'm excited to get this series started. We already have the next one in the making, and we're working on my boy Jagu. I want to also give a special shout out to Trippy. Bro, you killed it, and I cannot wait to do this again with you. I had a lot of fun.
Dude, of course. I loved being here. Thank you again for having me on the channel. It was a ton of fun, and I'm definitely looking forward to doing more videos like this in the future. And that's it for me, my man. Otherwise, you guys, stay trippy and have a great rest of your day.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, and tell us what you thought about this series. Like always, Pokemon fans, take it easy, and peace out. Make a turn. Subscribe.